There are no secrets in conference play. They know you, you know them, and there's always a little trickle of bad blood here and there, particularly when both teams are ranked as these two are in this one. Welcome to the home of the Florida State Seminoles, Doak Campbell Stadium in Tallahassee. As we see the number 7 team in the country, the SMU Mustangs, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. And the Mustangs will boot it away to start the game. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there.
Ready, set. Black 24. Black 24. Cobra. Ready.
Running back searching for a hole. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29. Let's take a second here to talk about Florida State. Breaking into the top 15 is one step closer to the college football playoff. You've made it this far, the dream is within reach. Question becomes, will they take the next step, Jesse?
But you got to keep winning. Now when we're talking about this team, you're hearing college football playoff in the same sentence because of where they're ranked in the top 15. So, David, as they move forward, they've got to continue to elevate and ascend with their talent and play on the field.
Yeah, and it's exciting, right? To be mentioned, it's exciting. To hear yourself talked about on shows and to be a team that's getting respect is great. Now, let's keep pushing that pedal to the floor to be the best team we can be.
They'll give it to him again. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
And the Seminoles trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. They've been running it, but now the pass. Makes the catch. Crosses the 45. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line. And the Noles come to the line in the hurry-up. They want to run it left here. Got enough for the first. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Seminoles pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. The Noles injecting some attitude, throwing the spear down and declaring they're going to run the football.
Run the football, be aggressive. This is the part of the offense that, remember, it was a long time Florida State offensive line play wasn't good enough. They got to get that physicality, that run game, if they want to be a great program again.
Looking to throw on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Touchdown, Noles! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game, get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Use the play fake, now to throw. Got a man, it's Jackson. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. Off the play fake. Fires to the wideout. And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it. The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. Really a must-win for both teams.
Yeah, these are the ones that get your blood moving, Reese. You get jacked up, man. You don't have to say anything in the locker room, give these big speeches. You know what's at stake, Jesse. You're ready to rock and roll. This is when you prove you're the big dog.
Which is pretty cool, too, because it's been a long season. And these teams obviously are both physically and mentally tired, but you're right. For this kind of game, this is the one you circled at the start of the year. You knew that this was going to matter. There was going to be a lot on the line. Now it's time to go out and prove you're the better team.
Looking to throw, it's Maddox. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down.
And I know it wasn't successful there, but you can go back to last week. Like, they're going to throw this man the football. They find creative ways to get him the ball. Really good coaches get their playmakers the ball in space, and that's what I like about this offense. I bet they come back to him and find a way to throw him the football some more.
And nobody able to handle that punt. They'll let it bounce and roll out of bounds. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. And he runs into a wall. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, obviously, a really nice play by the defense there, stopping the option, but I think that's on the quarterback because it looked like his pitch option was wide open. That ball should have gone to the running back out on the perimeter. It looked like he had some open field in front of him to go make something positive happen. This quarterback's got to make better decisions. It's not just the passing game. It's in the run game with the option, too.
Bringing the heat. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. The Noles have had outstanding quarterbacks over the years. Not always dual threats. Sometimes a little more Danny Cannell-ish, but using his feet well there.
And even Chris Winkie. And guys that maybe they weren't runners, but, man, they made those athletes around them really come to life and were a force multiplier, made everybody around them better. And you found a lot of those guys with these Florida State offenses. First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you get
all out of space, he's got the sideline going nuts as he gets it down to the 18-yard line.
And that's a good lesson for quarterbacks out there. When you're throwing to your running backs, if you get it to them early and they've got some space around them, they can do damage. And that's exactly what happened there. These guys are trained to be great once they have the ball in their hands. He makes people miss. He shows you the speed, and it's a big chunk play in the pass game.
He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job with assignment football, staying in their gaps, accounting for anyone who can have the football. They were ready for the pitch guy that time. They're able to make a quick stop.
Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
Yeah, and you see in the red zone, all the bodies start to come inside, and a lot of times you try to find a way to get to the perimeter. This offense does a good job. They toss the football. Nice job by the defense. Now forcing a third down.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Wants to throw on 3rd. He caught it! And he will score! Touchdown, Florida State! Field shrinks, tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Taylor. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4. The Mustangs want to crank the tempo.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
He'll take it himself. Out across the 25 to the 26, but needed a little bit more. It'll be 4th down. And the Mustangs will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away.
Return runs out of bounds.
Guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. He put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going and now right back to work. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
Back to pass. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. He's open on the right. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49.
Well, nice job hauling that pass in. I'll tell you, he keeps defenses on their heels. He really does. His speed is so scary. And I think back to my days in college, we used to play against the Seminoles when they had Peter Warrick and Lavernius Coles. And because of their game-breaking ability, it put so much pressure on our defense. I'll tell you, this guy's good enough to, I think, have played on that Seminole offense, and he would have gotten some looks. This guy can make some plays.
Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Oh, he makes the catch. Still running at the 40. Lowers those pads. Goes out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the edge of the red zone right at the 20. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Tight end finds a soft spot. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit, and let's keep going.
Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on 3rd down. Might be calling a hot route. Try to get it to the edge. He'll be brought down at the 12-yard line. Not enough for the 1st down. And let's see if they try to convert on 4th.
The best offenses are the ones that can run the football in the red zone when the defense knows it's coming. It's hard to throw the ball down in this area of the field. They go with the toss play, and they pick up a big gain.
Absolutely perfect. And now the lead is even bigger.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. They really need to get points on this drive to sort of steady the ship. Makes the grab. They stop him just a link or 2 short of the 1st, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here.
When you play zone and you drop back, you're dropping back to a spot, and that means there's going to be holes, and the quarterback has to do a good job of reading it, seeing it, throwing it between those holes. He does a really nice job there. Makes the defense pay for playing zone coverage.
4 wide receivers on 2nd and inches. They might try to take a shot. Turning it on. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down. The Mustangs racing to the line in the hurry-up. They'll ride the hot hand. Got the 1st down. Looking for more. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. This 1st half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far. But starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. They'll throw it from the red zone. Unloads to the wideout. Looking to get it in. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal. Expect some pressure coming from the blitz. Dropping back, it's Maddox. He wants it all. Touchdown Mustangs. Fired in from the red zone for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
Yeah, I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
So now it's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. He's got him this time. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
Nice job by the quarterback, pre-snap and post-snap. He knew the defense was going to be playing zone coverage, and there was no doubt in his mind where he was going with that football.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. To the air on first down. He finds a dead spot in the middle. And he's down after the short completion. He did not make it to the first down marker. The Seminoles with a second and short to keep this drive moving. From the gun, running back on the move. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. At the 45 on its way. They ripped off a big one and they get it down to the 27.
Third and one, you know they're running the football. It's just a matter of who's getting it and where they're going. But this offense, it really didn't matter. Nice job up front, nice execution, picking up not only the one, making it an even bigger play and getting the...
Breaks into the open. Got some room in under the goal line. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown Seminoles. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance.
The defense knew coming into this game they were going to have their hands full. Not only did they have to worry about these running backs in the running game, they had to worry about the quarterback as well. On design runs and on scrambles, they didn't have an answer for him right there.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time.
Running free. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40.
And man, nobody home on defense. We've got to understand the option starts with the quarterback. Somebody has to have that guy. The defense blows an assignment, and the quarterback takes advantage and makes the big play down the field.
Here comes the option. Now the pitch. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. And the Mustangs will hustle to the line.
And I think that time the quarterback made the wrong read. He was trying to pitch it. He didn't have to, though. There was a lot of green grass and space out in front of him. If he just holds on to that football, he might not score a touchdown, but he's definitely going to be able to at least get positive yards. I think that's a play on the option the quarterback would like to have back.
It'll be third and long. To throw, it's Maddox. Fires to the right. Another incompletion on third down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
The Mustangs decide to punt it away. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. Going for it all. Wide open. He makes the catch. He's loose. Touchdown, no! And once he found open space, the fans might as well start playing.
one of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Taylor.
Well, that is a very disappointing kickoff return. They've got to do a better job up front blocking these guys running down the field. There was just nowhere for that return man to go.
The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. They've got a long road ahead of them if they want to get back into this game, but they have to get to work on this drive. That'll be a beneficial run as he creates some breathing room and gets it up to the 13-yard line. Got a man in the middle. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. And the Mustangs want to move quickly.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
Well, at this juncture in the game, with how the scoreboard looks, no question this offense is going to have to throw to get back in the game, and it's going to be tricky now because the defense is expecting it. You're going to throw into a lot of big zone coverages with everybody's eyes on the quarterback. Not going to be easy.
Back to pass, it's Maddox. Setting up the screen. A 6-yard pickup that leaves them with 3rd and 4. The Mustangs come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Third down play from the gun. Snags it over the middle. He goes to the ground, but not before a big pickup and a first down. And the Mustangs are moving quickly down the field. Plucks it out of the air. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. And now on 2nd down for this offense. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Wants to throw again. A strike downfield. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game. The Mustangs have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. He'll set up to throw. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
Well, that last incompletion is a good example of why your timing has to be so good as a quarterback, because the windows, they open and they close so quickly in this part of the field.
And the D deny them on 2nd and goal. Quarterback will keep it. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, SMU!
It's just so nice to have a signal caller who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the SEC. Arkansas is currently ahead in this one, but, boy, there have to be some nervous moments for the folks in Fayetteville. They have not been able to pull away. They're up by 7 over LSU. Week in and week out in the SEC, it's a battle of attrition, and if anything big changes, you'll hear about it here.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Goes to the option. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Nice job by this defense playing assignment football. Somebody has to have the quarterback, somebody has to have the pitch, and most importantly, when you get there, you got to get him on the ground. Nice job tackling by this defense.
There he goes. And he froze that defender. He thought he was going to pitch it, kept it himself, and turned it into a big play.
And if I'm this defense, man, number 1, 2, and 3 is stopping this quarterback, and he's done it by air and now by land. Like running the option, having success. We got to get dialed in. He is the playmaker on this offense. I got to go stop him.
Motion from the back. Trying to get the edge on the right. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him and get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
The Seminoles now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Fires to the middle. Finds a tight end.
Oh, that is a rope for the completion in this offense. I'll tell you, think about great Seminole quarterbacks, the 3 W's. Wenke, Winston, Ward. Dudes that could change the game. Heisman Trophy winners. Every defensive coordinator was scared every time they had to play the Seminoles because of that vaunted passing attack. And this guy, I think he has a D coordinator seeing ghosts because this guy can play at a high level.
The Noles come to the line with a new set of downs. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Oh, and that's just like a penalty. They get in the backfield and knock him down for a loss of 5. They had this drive going, but they face a 2nd and 15. Looking to scramble. Bought a little time, lets it go. Caught. And he's dragged down.
Well, it's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out on the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
He's going to run it. The defense is there, and a great job to keep him from getting to that first down marker. He's hard to get a handle on. It'll be 4th and short. And the field goal unit is on the field. And he's already 1 for 1, so this time he'll try to put one through from 39 yards out. It is good! And now the lead is extended a little further.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Scanning the field, it's Maddox. Throws to the wideout. Got him downfield. Oh, he's got some space. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Mustangs.
And that touchdown is so big for this offense, right? Because here at the end of the half, you're just trying to find positives you can build upon in the second half. And right when it was looking like this game was starting to get away from them, they're able to execute, score, and that's going to help their confidence.
On the move from inside his 5. And the returner will be brought down. Opening play of this drive comes from the 11. Wants to throw on first down. Here's a heat. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, on offense, no doubt, right? You've had success. You're throwing some tutties. Why not keep throwing it? They're going to keep being aggressive. You're going to have to do a better job, though, keeping this quarterback standing up.
He's going for a big play downfield. Intercepted. Taking it the other way. And they make the play to stop the scoring opportunity just before the end of the half.
And they'll take over.
Boy, and that might be the break this defense needed right before the half. You're down. You need to make a play. They can't score any more points. This one could get out of hand now. You have set your offense up right before the half to maybe close this gap.
Wants to go up top on first down. Unloads to the right. He makes a grab. Down to the 3-yard line, and that's where they'll have it, first and goal. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Back to throw, it's Maddox. Looking for the score. Oh, he makes the play. It's intercepted.
Well, coming into this game, this offense knew that points were going to be at a premium. If you can't score touchdowns down here in the red zone, you at least got to come away with field goals, but you can't do that if you're throwing interceptions. That's just poor execution by the...
He hurls one deep down the left side. Incomplete. They took a shot to wrap up the half and came up empty. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. The Seminoles will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a score.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here will be huge.
Looking for space. It's Jackson. At the 40, there he goes. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
Well, the defense just had to chase that guy down and make a tackle after a long run, and no chance to substitute. They got to get the play call in because the offense is trying to go fast.
They're going to ride this running back. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up.
He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them.
And talk about being an impact player for his defense. That's now his 2nd interception in this game. Time and time again, when they've thrown his direction, he's come up with a big play. And in a tight game like this, those 2 interceptions, that is massive for this defense.
Oh, he's got a chance. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Handoff to the lone back. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
Well, I think the defense is expecting here on 3rd down that this running back's going to get it again. Got it on 1st, had a nice carry, got it on 2nd. Now he set him up in 3rd and short. You've got to be physical here and make sure this guy goes backwards.
Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on 3rd down.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
And this kicker is turning into old reliable. He's already knocked through a couple today. It doesn't always have to be pretty, and that one wasn't, but somehow he hooked it just into that left corner. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
Well, they're able to get a field goal and put 3 points up on the board after getting that interception. You would have liked to have seen the offense do a little bit more with that possession and give themselves an opportunity to score a touchdown. But listen, teams will take 3 points any way they can go.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. Last drive ended with an interception, and they can't afford to have that happen again. Fires to the big fella. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves them with second and short. And the Mustangs in the hurry-up. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain, but makes life really easy on me on second down.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Singleton. Turning it on. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. The Mustangs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Back to throw. It's Maddox. Finds his tight end. At the 35, he's open. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
He's got an open man. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. And the Mustangs, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Going to the run, it's Jackson. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And after taking a big loss on that run, you just wonder if you're on offense, if you may abandon that part of your game and just start trying to throw it. You're down by a lot here in the second half. Third quarter, you've got lots of time, but you need to throw the football to get back in this thing.
He's got it into the end zone. Touchdown, SMU.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. And that's already his second touchdown of the game.
Why not double the try total and go for 2? Gets the back moving. They'll run the option. He's in for the 2, and that is big because now it's a one-possession game. They trail by 8. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. They're still holding the lead, but hoping to flex a little muscle on this drive. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion. Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. The play-action fake. Fires to the wideout. Makes a connection.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes. He's got some speed. And if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
And the Seminoles are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He just needed a yard on 3rd down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up. And the Noles line up to punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. Coverage team does a good job and touches it dead. No return on this one.
And these punt returners want to make big plays, but man, oh man, did he make a big mistake. Flipping the field position, defense flying in on him, and he did not secure the football in that play.
The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. It's on target and complete. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. The Mustangs are in the hurry-up. To the air, it's Maddox. Flushed out of the pocket. On the move, he fires. Working on the right. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Makes the grab. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41. And the Mustangs are moving quickly down the field. Looking to throw on first down. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. The Mustangs with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back to pass on second down. He's got it. Defense needs to regroup as he gets it down to the 26. And the Mustangs getting set on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Here comes the heat. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
And the defense has given up some plays, some passing yards on this drive. You want to stop that? Nice job rushing the quarterback, making him feel a little bit of pressure and getting him on the ground, and now getting him behind the sticks.
The Mustangs have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Looking to throw, it's Maddox. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down.
Got like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
Makes the grab. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Pulls and throws off the RPO. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. They'll run the option. They stopped him cold in the backfield, and all he needed was inches on third down.
That's got to hurt if you're the offense, because you're thinking with this quarterback and his size and his athleticism, that's going to be an easy first down pickup on the option play. But how about the physicality?
Big tight end makes the grab, first down, still on his feet. They make the tackle just outside the end zone, but it'll be 1st and goal from the 1. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. We've come to the end of the period, and Florida State has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Corner's right up on that line of scrimmage. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Mustangs!
And that is the perfect way to cap off this drive. This thing started way back on their 2-yard line, and they methodically marched it down the field. You saw a little bit of everything on this drive, so at the very end, you pay it off. Really nice job running down in the red zone for the score.
Got his man quickly. He barges his way into the end zone for the 2, and we are locked up here in the 4th. We've got a dandy going here, all tied up in the 4th quarter and about to kick it away. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative, and that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield, nothing there, so instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Fires to the tight end. Breaks into the open. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
Yeah, and he's been throwing it all over the yard, and he's now over 300 yards on the day, so been a successful day. Now, 300 yards, I don't know, Palmer, 300 nowadays, that's like what back in the day for you?
That would have been 500. I would have won the Heisman, man. It's a big deal today in college football, no doubt. Listen, he's in a rhythm right now. He's in a groove. We've seen good decision-making. He's been playing on time, and he's been deadly accurate throwing it. Guess what? This game is far from over.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down and 2nd and 6. Here's a quick throw out to the left. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
Knocked out at the 25-yard line. Picked up 10 there and gets a 1st down. And the Seminoles come to the line with a new set of downs. Wide receiver going in motion. Looking to throw on 1st down. And the timing just a hair off.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
And it's intercepted. Oh, what a big play in a tie game. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. The defense was looking for a huge play in this tie game, and they have just given their team a great opportunity.
I think, Reese, at this point of the game, tied late, it's going to come down to who can make the most plays. The defense comes up with a mass.
And this is going to be intercepted. A big play in a tie game. Got some room to run. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
Big-time players make big-time plays in big-time games. It's the 4th quarter. It's a tie ball game. You need a stop. What an unbelievable job forcing the interception, creating offensive opportunity for your offense to go out and win this ball game.
From the gun. Fires into the end zone. Oh, and it's picked off. This could be huge in a tie game. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Gonna run it. It's Jackson. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. Looking to throw, it's Maddox. Unloads to the wideout. Complete downfield. A little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. They'll go to the ground. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create second and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
Takes the easy throw in the flat. Still on his feet at the 45. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 at the 38, and these guys are on the move. And this is sort of like a pinball machine. The numbers keep ticking up. He's closing in on 450 yards.
Yeah, Reese, and there's no defense for perfect throws, and that's what this guy's been delivering all game long. You know, the coverage hasn't always been awful, but this guy just finds a way to thread the needle.
Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
Man, it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold on to it for just a split second longer, and they were able to get the sack.
There he goes. 10. Touchdown, SMU. And with that, they move out front here in the fourth.
And this offense punctuates another drive. And how about the momentum? Palmer, they've got it all. The offense, the defense, playing together. They're on fire right now.
Yeah, I'm really impressed, David, with the resilience of this offense, because not everything was going their way earlier in this game, but they kept their head down. They kept chopping wood. They found a rhythm. And in this fourth quarter, David, they've been unstoppable.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He's out of bounds at the 17-yard line. Excellent job by the kick coverage unit to keep him from getting the sideline. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. Things had not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. Bought a little time, lets it go. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that...
Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. And the offense heads out onto the field to get the drive started. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground.
It's got to be tough right now on defense. You need to find a way to get a stop, and you haven't been able to do that in the fourth quarter. You've been giving up points. You just gave up a touchdown in the last drive. You need a turnover. You need to do something right now to stop this momentum.
And this defense has to step forward. Not only do they have to get a stop, they've got to do it quickly to keep that time from running down. They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. Trying to move the pile into the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2.
And this is a perfect situation. This is a situation, if you asked me to be in before the game, the coaches would have been in heaven. I got the football. I got the lead on their side of the field. Nice gain on first down. Same exact script. Do it again. Run the football. Run the clock. Let that thing tick down. And if we add points, we add points.
And after that first down gasher, they're close to the end zone. Second and goal coming. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
And this offense, you're halfway home. All you got to do is do the same exact thing, Palmer. Fall forward and be physical here.
And that's why they practice these goal line situations, right? It's to step up and be physical in moments like this.
They'll try to sneak it. The sneak scores it. That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the fourth quarter as they go for their 6th straight win.
You know, good teams just know how to close games out. And you're seeing that right now with this team, right? Their defense just had a massive takeaway. The offense able to capitalize on that with a touchdown, so they padded their lead. And this just speaks to, I think, the experience in the locker room and also the playmakers they have. This game is starting to feel like a blowout.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. This thing has sort of gotten away the last couple of possessions. They've been a little too generous, David. And the quarterback will be forced out of bounds short of the line of scrimmage. I think they'll give him a sack.
And this quarterback, man, you've seen him have some success, so you know he'll take off and run. The defense was ready, man. Nice job. This second half, this is a critical part of it. Don't let him beat you with his feet.
The Seminoles trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Pocket breaking down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he's had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. The Seminoles have it with a 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Trying to escape and get it himself. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Wants to throw on first down. Makes the catch along the sidelines and steps out of bounds. The Noles come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Looking for a chunk play on 2nd and short. Got it set up on the outside. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. He'll pull it down and run. He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit. The Seminoles want to pick up the tempo. Wants to go up top on first down. Oh, they're after him. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And the defense is smelling blood in the water at this juncture. They know the offense is going to throw it, and that's why you see these D linemen and linebackers, man, they are pinning their ears back, getting after the quarterback, and the hit that time helped force the incompletion.
And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on second down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks in a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a third down.
Hey, you know, the defense here in this situation with a huge lead, they've got to anticipate that this offense is going to be trying to throw the ball to the sideline, so they've got to work different coverages to try to force the quarterback to go over the middle of the field with the football.
Got enough space. Touchdown, Florida State. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And listen, still a ways to go, but great job by this offense getting you back in the ball game. Now, we got a one-possession game. We got our score. We did what we're supposed to do. Now, how do we get this stopped? Now, the defense has to come up big and get me the rock back.
Tight end now in motion. They want to throw it. Pressure coming. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Just over a minute to play. They're lining up for an onside kick to try to pull off this rally. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done.
Well, they try to go onside kick, but that's why they're called the hands team. Great job recovering that ball.
The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. Guys, you want to be productive here and not go into a shell, but you've got to take care of the ball.
Yeah, and I think you say productive. Reese, productive at this point in the game is running the clock and getting first down. So, Jesse, I can expect this defense to be aggressive, way up near the line of scrimmage, bringing a bunch of bodies, trying to stop the run.
And that's why it puts a lot of pressure on an offense, David, because you know if you do try to throw the football, it's probably man coverage, you're probably getting blitzed, it's going to be into a small window. It is not easy to execute in this situation of the game.
Sends it back in motion. They'll give it to the back. Oh, he's got some space.
And this offense has done a really good job late in this football game. Man, you put a premium on the fourth quarter and maximizing possessions, and they've put touchdowns on the board. They've done a great job. Nice last play, too. Keep that momentum going and get out of here with the win.
What a show both of these teams put on today. Couple of outstanding squads, hotly contested battle all the way to the very end.
Yeah, we came into this one expecting this to be a back-and-forth battle. We knew it was going to go down late into the fourth quarter. At the end of the day, the higher-ranked team, David, they were really able to lean on those playmakers and that leadership they've got in the locker room.
Yeah, and now I think even more so, you're starting to believe in them. They're battle-tested. This team they find a way to get things done. That's why they're ranked where they're at, and I expect this team to stay in contention for the college football playoff because they're proving week in and week out they're a really good squad.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.